Welcome to Bullshit TV. I am your host. On today's docket, we're going back to the originality of this platform. You feel what I'm saying? The reason why I started this channel was because of the police misconduct. So I'm going off the top of the dome. I seen a brief report. I did a couple scans of the news outlet, which was Detroit Press, Yahoo Association, CNN, and probably a couple that was just to verify that what the title was leading to was true. So this brings me to, again, police brutality to another victim of misconduct and basically police brutality. You feel what I'm saying? So for you all, do remember, I'm going on the top of the dome because it's just bullshit from what I see. I don't give a fuck what the lawsuit says, what the agreement came out to, and the judgment is. It's just complete, utter bullshit. The officer in question, he was arrested and I believe charged. He was fired. I know that's for sure. And what was the misconduct and the brutality of his actions to even get this active lieutenant soldier is because he was maced by the police. Because of the initial police stop or interaction came about because the police said that they didn't see a paper plate. Didn't see a license plate on the vehicle. So GUTierrez, even being a soldier, his mind went to, let me get into a well-lit area. For whatever reason, he decided to do that. He did it. So he got to the well-lit area, and right then and there, from what I seen, when it first initial came out, I think roughly about 2 years ago, I want to say about the end of 2020, going into 2021, but whatever. So it looked like he pulled into a gas station. He pulls in, and right off rip, the initial stop should have came to a deceased. Yeah, deceased too. Should have just been dead. The whole interaction should have been like, oh shit, okay. Because on the dash cam and on the police cam, body worn cam, you can see there is a paper plate in the window. So the car is registered. The car was new, and give him that, but it was license plated. It was plated. So he should have just went up to the car and said, oh, my bad. It looked like you didn't have a plate on back there, but now that I see it's a plate. But he continued to go into this interaction. There wasn't a paper plate. So Mr. GUTierrez, who is a lieutenant of the U.S. Army, I don't know what branch he in, whatever, but he's an active Army officer, being just a regular person at this point, purchasing a new car, whatever, because of him protecting the United States of America. So during this interaction, he wants to know what's going on. Blase split. Boom, boom, boom. The interaction goes sideways because the officer has his gun drawn. He's yelling at him. He's saying some very outrageous, questionable things. Because at this point, I can attest he probably didn't know he was a active Army member. Because we do have regular just citizens just like to wear the camouflage thing. But you can see he wasn't just a normal citizen just rocking, Army attire. He was clean cut. He had that funny ass mustache. It's a new car. Okay. He's talking like some type of, he's talking clear and all this shit. But they decided to mace this man. Blue. Mace him. The officer said some questionable things to him. And even with the police actually, as this interaction is going on, the soldier makes it well known that he's an active duty army person, and y'all just treating him like that. Because the leading officer in that whole situation was saying some fucked up shit to him. And as if the people in the United States of America, love the army. And this brings the back to the two issues why bullshit TV has been created, because of the false narrative that the United States have. Y'all want to sit here and praise the United States soldiers, say they need respect and all this shit, but yet you have vets that have mental issues and homeless vets that's been completely forgotten about for whatever fucking reason. They done gave their lives, but if they're not active duty, they're basically trashed the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And people want to don't disrespect the U.S. Army, but the Army people is doing it to the people. And they want to sit here and say police are good, the police is good, but a police officer sitting here disrespecting this lieutenant. He's not even just a regular Army guy. He's a lieutenant. He has some type of rank. And I wonder why. I really want to know, why is it happening to him, an Army man? Because the bullshit that I see in this video is what Kaepernick was talking about for police brutality amongst his type of people. But he got more flack about kneeling during the national anthem. Oh, you disrespecting the Army. You disrespecting the Army. But y'all just sat here and watched this officer Mace disrespect this man. And then when he decided to sue, because all that shit was irrelevant, it was against policy, and it was just against humanity and the disrespect of the fucking Army. I can't even believe the Army even allowed this settlement to go through the way it did, because they only paying him a little under $5,000 for the pain, the suffering, the disrespect, and then they try to coerce him from not making a port, because it was all said in the fucking video. Kaepernick got more bullshit. He got blackballed from the NFL for supposedly disrespecting the Army, but we all watching this for this active Army member to get disrespected like that. And then when it's misconduct is found, $5,000, slap in the face. And it said, justice works. How the fuck justice works? Because I really want to know why this happened to him. Kaepernick, just a football player, was talking about this shit, got more flack for disrespecting the fucking Army because of the goddamn national anthem than this man for actually causing him the bodily harm. That is fucking crazy to me. The hypocrisy of the United States. But this just shows that everything is not equal. I don't know why he got disrespected like that. And then I'll close with this. Since he was an Army active duty man, he knew the proper steps to possibly get out of the situation alive. How? Because it was a gun in that motherfucking car. He had a gun in the console. So as the officer yelling at him, get out the car, you could tell he still has his seatbelt on. He telling him to take his seatbelt. He don't want to take his hands out the window, because the moment he knows just to unlock the seatbelt, he can shoot. The police can shoot him, because that's how he approached the situation. Gun already drawn, said some questionable bullshit to him as an active member of the fucking Army that y'all praise and love so fucking much. And if he would have shot him and killed him, and then come to find out, he had a gun and that he had every right to, but he wasn't reaching for the gun. He was trying to unlock the seatbelt as complying with orders. But sometimes complying with orders will cost you your life. And he understood right then and there, for whatever reason, I better not take my hand out this window and reach for nothing. Because he didn't even tell them he had a gun in the car. Because they would have been like, oh, he was reaching for the gun, but he wasn't trying to unlock his seatbelt. This is the shit I'm talking about. Kaepernick got more bullshit about disrespecting the U.S. Army than the fucking police disrespecting the U.S. Army. Then the U.S. Army allowed it to happen. I don't want to hear there are two different law and orders and branches and shit. I believe the U.S. Army should have some type of more rank than the fucking police. Because they did it to one of your own. $4,000. Oh, hell no. You owe this man about $4 million. When this man is driving around, you tag his car, running his plate, don't fuck with him. Red flag. He's not to be touched. But yeah, that's the bullshit. So if y'all want to make a change, you better get your ass down to y'all city hall and start asking these questions, televising it, and getting these results. Because why is they doing it to this supposedly soldier that represents and keeps the U.S. safe? And then he sues them and get a few dollars. What type of justice is that? Like I said, I'm your host. Till next time.